back to Monday Motivation, the video series to help you kickstart your week with energy and inspiration. I'm April Rosalyn from Blacksburg Belle, and today we're talking about opportunities. Not just opportunities, but taking advantage of opportunities. So often I see entrepreneurs let opportunities just slip through their fingers, and it makes me really sad because taking advantage of opportunities are some of the ways that I have grown my business bigger than anything else. I want to give you an example from my own business. When I first started Blacksburg Belle, and I was just 1 month into blogging, Srini from The Unmistakable Creative, it was called Blogcast FM back then, but it's The Unmistakable Creative now. He put up something on his website about free consulting. It was a contest, and all you really had to do was comment saying that you were interested. I thought about not commenting because I was only a month into it. I only had maybe 10 blog posts up on my blog. I thought he was going to look at it and say, I want somebody a little bit more established than you, you're not winning. However, I won one of the consulting spots. I think he gave out 2. During our consulting call, he gave me an idea to host a blog tour so that I could network with other creative entrepreneurs and we could help send traffic to each other's blogs. At this point in time, blog tours weren't really a thing. So one, I was nervous about it, and I knew this even though I was blogging for Blacksburg Belle. I had been blogging with another blog for years before that, so I knew a lot about blogging, and blog tours were a newer thing. So I was a little bit nervous about hosting a blog tour, something that I really hadn't heard much about. And I was super nervous about contacting other creative entrepreneurs and other bloggers and asking them to participate. Very nervous, you guys. I thought that they were also going to look at my blog and say, no, pass. I contacted bloggers that have been doing it for a long time and had followers in the thousands. And I contacted people who were also newer to blogging or newer to business to participate. There were women all along the spectrum in this blog tour. And I believe it was 9 women that I ended up getting to be a part of the blog tour. Only one person said no. Out of all of the people I emailed to participate, only one person said no. I thought everybody was going to say no, you guys. Let's keep this story short. I hosted the blog tour and Etsy picked it up. Yeah, that Etsy. Etsy picked it up and started to feature me. They featured some of my blog posts. They featured this particular blog tour, which then sent traffic to all of the women involved. And that's how I ended up kind of meeting the person who was in charge of Etsy seller education at the time. And maybe 6 months, 8 months later, she invited me to come speak at the very first Etsy Success Symposium, which then got me in front of thousands of makers and thousands of creative entrepreneurs. Let's rewind back to if I hadn't done that very first thing of leaving a comment to win a consulting session, none of this other stuff would have happened that way. Who knows if Etsy would have ever found me, ever picked up on what I was doing, or if they did, it would probably take much longer. Years maybe. I also wouldn't have met my best friend, Mai Carles from heartmadeblog.com. She was the first person that said yes to being a part of the blog tour. And that's how we met each other. We started a business together, we started collaborating together well after that, and after many more steps of talking to each other and all of that kind of stuff. But who knows? I may never have found my best friend, Mai. That's crazy. I want to give you one other example. Marie Forleo was hosting a contest for a scholarship to her conference, Rich, Happy, and Hot Live. And you had to make a video in order to enter. So I put a lot into this video. I planned it. My husband, my mother-in-law helped me plan it. My husband helped me film it. And I was one of the women who won a scholarship to her conference. It was where I met her for the very first time in person. I met Chris Carr for the very first time in person. I met Natalie Lucier in person. I met lots of other entrepreneurs and connected to them from going to this conference. I also learned a ton and got super motivated and inspired and came home and just worked my buns off and really made a lot of progress from going to her conference. I could have thought, I'm never gonna get picked for this and not put a lot of effort into it. But I didn't. I said, I'm taking advantage of this opportunity. Let me give you an example of one I have seen other people make. I have a membership program called Sunday Society, if you don't know. And it's for creative entrepreneurs who are building their businesses and want support and encouragement from other women who are creative entrepreneurs building their businesses. And within that membership site, you can sign up for what I call a member deep dive. And that's where you basically get a free one-on-one consulting session with me. And we do it in front of the group of women. So we're on video, we use kind of like a webinar platform for it, but we're both up on video and we do a consulting session together. The other women in the program watch and also give feedback and ask questions and that type of thing and can learn a lot from it. The member that I do the deep dive with gets so much from it. They learn a lot. They get tons of feedback, not just from me, but also from all the other women in the group. And there are plenty of members who have not submitted their application to be somebody chosen for a member deep dive. And I think it's such a wasted opportunity. And I know some of them are probably watching this and saying, yeah, but I'm waiting for a reason. I am going to be doing this in 6 months, or I want to wait until I'm a little bit further along. If I had waited for the opportunity that came along with Srini, who knows where my business would be right now? Who knows if I would have met my best friend? Who knows if Etsy would have invited me to speak at their Etsy Success Symposium? In fact, I can pretty much guarantee that wouldn't have happened. What I want you to do this week is embrace every opportunity that comes your way. If there's anything that you see, it's in your Twitter feed, or you're reading a blog, or you're seeing that somebody is hosting some sort of giveaway, or you're a part of a program that you're not taking full advantage of, I want you to grab onto those opportunities and try and see what it can do for your business. Because for me, taking advantage of opportunities has been one of the biggest things I've done to grow my business. I know I would not be making as much money, would not be as successful, I would not have as much followers if I hadn't taken advantage of a lot of opportunities. And I still do it. I still, when I see something that's an opportunity, I still take advantage of it, because who knows where it could lead. It could lead somewhere amazing. That's what I've got for you this week. I'm April from Blacksburg Belle, and I will see you again next week with another episode of Monday Motivation. Don't lose your top. It's actually a dress, not a top and bra. All I wanna do is zoom, 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 and boom, boom. Just shake your rump.